And hello and welcome to Alex Connects Sandbox MTG Study session 104. My name is Alex and today we will continue to play Study Magic the Gathering. Today's session, today's theme is basically, at least the name of the stream is Unconfused. So the previous stream, it was confusing. Like personally, I felt a little bit confused where I need to go from now on when it comes down to specifically Magic Arena. I know where I'm going to go when it comes down to Magic overall, because again, I already talked about it. My main goal is to study Magic in depth and then basically apply this knowledge to create my own things. But for now, like, I'm feeling a little bit confused because closed beta stage is basically pisses me off a little bit because I can't implement all of my plans that I want, like, until it's going to go into the open beta, and because of this I kind of started to feel a little bit frustrated and confused because of this. And like, I spent a little bit of time like to reflect on certain things through this inner dialogue, which I talked about a couple of streams ago. And now finally I kind of figured out what I need to do when it comes down to Magic. I started a little bit later. Today's stream is going to be just 1 hour stream. I will talk about that once we will start playing, why it's going to be just 1 hour stream. And basically I will talk about, and throughout the stream I will cover the unconfused part. So why now I am unconfused, so the opposite of confused or whatever. Let's just choose like the random deck. Yeah, previously we played for the most part mono decks, and we finished with mono decks in the previous session, I guess. So now it's time to finally start to play with some 2-color decks. So I guess we could start with Number Seekers. It's a simple token deck, 2 colors. It's relatively easy to play, especially considering the fact that we need to talk about a lot of things regarding the unconfused thing and like the understanding what we need to do from now on. Checking the sound thing and like the understanding what we need to do from now on. Good, sound works. So yeah, sound works, everything works. Let's just dive into the game and have fun. Yeah, previous we played with Saprolins, as I said. Yeah, this is the only 2-color deck that we played starting from probably 101 episode. Yeah, but let's just start from here, like the Number Seekers. Let's just go quickly through this deck. Again, this is just a deck focuses on tokens, so all cards that basically produce tokens are here, and cards that basically give us the opportunity to attack, like exert slash tokens. I guess this is the two things works with this deck. And by the way, also this is the only deck that has God's Fallen Gift, which is interesting because we have a lot of tokens and basically a lot of creatures. I guess, yeah, this is the reason. And we're not going to rebuild it. One of the things that I decided to do is not to rebuild decks based on a Kaladesh, because the problem is once open beta is going to be released, Kaladesh probably not going to be relevant at all, which could become a pretty big problem personally for me. By the way, also Quick Singleton was released. I'm not going to try it yet because for Quick Singleton we have to create a specific deck with one copy of each card, which is something that I want to do, but again, not now. For now, let's just focus on different things a little bit, because right now I'm going to go through a little bit of a transition when it comes down to streams. So yeah, let's just talk about things. So first thing that I decided to do, which makes me a little bit which makes me unconfused instead of confused like I was in the previous session, I decided to bring back MTG the actual studies, the set studies, which I did from probably, let me see. So right now we are in the 3rd season, and the whole 2nd season I spend kind of playing. Okay, we're going to keep that one. the whole second season I spent on playing Magic duels and studying Magic sets. Basically, we had an intellectual map and site with all cards. We basically read each card and then tried to figure out what. Okay, let's play that one first. That's probably not the good idea. Yeah, probably should play that one. Oh no, I completely, yeah, countered, which is a good thing. Wouldn't want Ghost Walker to be countered. Okay, we're not able to play. So yeah, so the last time that I studied Magic sets, if you wanna basically look how it works, how we did this was in a session 70. So probably the 70th session was the last one. Since then, we started second season, where in the most part we focused on Magic Arena. And the last thing that we did, okay, probably counterspell too, which is problematic. Okay, let's try that. Good. So yeah, the third season basically was the only Magic Arena. So once Magic Arena became streamable, we started the third season and left studying behind. But now, since one of the problems... Okay, this is weird. Okay, let's start to lure counter spells from the opponent. Definitely wouldn't cast Severian. Okay, good. Yeah, today I'm going to be super chaotic when it comes down to speaking, because I'm kind of a little bit I don't know. It seems weird to me. Today my English is going to be worse than usual. Okay. Okay, we have multiple copies of Pride Severian, so we could cast that one. I could cast Tendershoot Dryad, but this is something that I don't want to lose. So I don't believe that opponent has counter spells though. And if opponent has, it's completely fine. We have multiple copies of Severian Pride. Although maybe at this particular situation would be better if I would kept Severian Pride and instead casted Tendershoot Dryad, because we have Regal Caracal. I don't know. Something kind of... Again, I want to focus on Tendershoot Dryad, so because of this, let's just continue to cast creatures. At some point, opponents like will lose the ability to counter spells. Come on, how many counter spells you have there? You're not going to counter each of my spell. Good. Good, good, good. So now I guess we could put this one on 33, because opponent might not have counter spell. But I guess this one could be countered, or will be. So yeah, getting back to things. Yep, a counter spell, which is completely fine. We're fine with that. So now the only thing that we left is the things that we actually need. So we need to be careful with attacking though. Opponent might do something on attack. Okay, unfortunately we can't cast both, and again, I want to keep Tendershoot Dryad for longer, or maybe not. No, let's just try to play her right now. I doubt that opponent has counterspell there. So now we're going to produce separate lanes each turn, which is pretty cool. Just attack full force. It doesn't matter if opponent has like destroy target, attacking or blocking creature, whatever. I don't care. Even if opponent will exile everything. I don't believe so though. Yep. You need 2 whites in order to use Settle the Wreckage. So far so good. Yeah, if opponent doesn't came up with something, we potentially might win that one. Okay, let's check the sound and continue. Came up with something works. So yeah, again, if you want to look how we did studies like MTG studies before, you can check out my YouTube channel playlist MTG studies in English. So okay, definitely no counters there. Yoo-hoo-hoo! Our first win! That was pretty cool. Good. Blah 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 blah. Aw. So, and I decided to bring those back. The reason why I decided to bring those back, because for me it's pretty hard to stay motivated and play Magic Arena right now, because it's in the closed beta stage. I want to create unique decks, I want to make them better, but if I'm going to do that, all collections are going to be deleted, and then it's going to be harder to rebuild all these decks from the ground up, which is the problem. Because of this, I don't want to invest time to build any awesome decks that I'm not going to be able to reproduce once open beta is going to be released, because we don't know what type of state open beta is going to take. I mean, open beta could be pretty generous, but it could be the opposite. Open beta could be completely, like, we could get nothing and basically start to gather sets from the zero, which is highly unlikely, but still, it could happen. And because of this, I want to make sure that okay, yeah, just cast that one. Because now each creature that we're going to cast is going to put warriors in play. Oh snap. Freaking dinos. The thing is, I don't have that much of a removal here. It's just kind of problematic. Oh, this is perfecto. I mean, come on, that was awesome. Try to kill now this one. The only problem, we have nothing that could give us lifelink, so we're not going to produce any other. Okay, this is problematic. Opponent's not going to attack. Why? Oh no, that's why. Damn it! Yeah, forgot that this dino basically triggers. Okay, we lost. I guess we'll block. You kinda have to. Okay, we're in pretty like bad position, so. Each time that this one is going to attack, it's going to trigger and kill whatever creature we're going to put in place, so I guess we're dying regardless. Either way, we're still going to put things in play. Just continue this weird tactic until we get something that we need. Okay, one thing that I will do though is probably put Aura on this one, just to kind of distract the opponent from killing Severian Pride. And we're going to block with 1/1. That means that Raptor is not going to attack us, nor Naga, so kind of make sure that we protect it. Of course, opponent will attack, then target Raptor, then kill Severian Pride, and yeah. But maybe opponent will choose 2/2, who knows? Or decide to stay in block. Oh, you gotta be kidding. Okay, we're losing. Whatever, so while this stupendous is happening, let's just do some things. To continue to talk, okay, goodbye 2/1. It's pretty bad. I mean, it's better to actually quit this game. We don't have a chance. Like, truly, no matter what, we don't have a freaking chance. The only thing that we could do at this point is to steal Needletooth Raptor. But what's the point? I guess opponent has another copy, it's not that big of a deal. So a couple of turns and we're dying. So yeah, so again, I decided to bring back MTG Study streams, or basically just studying MTG. I don't know if it's going to be a part of the third season or I'm going to basically start it like as a new season. I don't know. Okay, we're done. That was pretty quick. Yeah, talking about luck. I mean, come on. Opponent got super mega lucky. We didn't have a chance. Ugh. So yeah, again, I felt a little bit frustrated because right now there's no motivation to play Magic Arena, like truly, personally, for me there's no motivation, because usually I already played Magic like non-stop for about like 4 months, I don't know, 4 months or whatever, maybe more. I get access into the closed beta and like at the beginning of the February, and it's June, so I'm playing it for a long time already, and I kind of started to get like at the beginning it was awesome. There was a motivation to play it because I wanted to learn Magic. I wanted to basically get like adjust to the game, get used to it, and I guess I did it. And now there's nothing to do. I mean, the next part after you will learn the game and you will understand it a little bit better in terms of like metagame and etc. And you get adjusted to the dynamic and to the decks that usually people are playing. You kind of... Okay, let's play this one first. You have to start to motivate yourself a little bit differently, like in a different kind of... You basically have to start... Oh, come on, man, today it's weird. You have to find another reason for basically playing. And the problem nowadays is in the fact that we, in most cases, don't have a reason to play. Or at least, personally, me, I don't have a reason to play. I mean, the second... okay, this is new. I mean, this is the first time they were playing with the... Okay, normal attack here and exert here. Okay. I actually like how it worked previously. Right now it's not necessarily clear. They definitely need to change that. It's unclear. Like, how to exert creature or basically do this. So before that, when we had to choose like one of each attacks, it was much more clear. This is unclear at all. Okay, it's kind of... Casting Priest wouldn't be a good idea. Let's cast that one. Maybe we could start exerting it and producing some things. By the way, opponent could have a counter spell. No. Okay, exert. I don't know, maybe it's clear. You have to adjust to it, I guess. Once you will adjust to it, it becomes clear. But at the beginning, it's not clear. Either way. So again, for me right now, the next step to motivate myself after I get adjusted to the game is to focus on creating interesting decks, making decks better, extending my collection, and continue to do so. That's it, basically. Play and learn and etc. But right now we can't necessarily do this because again everything is going to be wiped, and because of the wipe, every deck that I'm going to create, if I'm going to make it better each time that I'm going to open certain card from the collection, it's not going to be beneficial for me in the long run, because once open beta is going to be released, I will want to play decks in my current state, which I'm not going to be able to because they are... Right now we have a pretty extended collection already, and once open beta is going to be released, we're going to have zero collection, or pretty small collection, and this is the biggest problem that I have. So because of this, it's pretty hard for me right now to motivate myself into playing, into continue playing good. But the only reason to do that is to add something that basically is going to be beneficial in a long run. So again, Magic Arena right now in a long run is not beneficial at all. Like when you start playing an or closed beta, it's beneficial for you because you're learning things, you're getting adjusted to it, you kind of like trying new interesting combinations, decks, etc. You have a chance to do that, you get some experience, but at some point it becomes redundant and you kind of start to lose the fun out of the game, because you want more, you want to see things in the future, like you want to know that if you're going to spend time on the game, this time is going to basically not going to be spent like senselessly. So, and the only way to make sure that it's going to happen is to have a an open beta, again, with no wipes. Because once wipes are present, it becomes harder for you to motivate yourself on playing. Okay, we're not getting lands, this is problematic. I mean, we're not even able to do this, it's pretty bad. So what we're going to do right now, we're going to do that. We're going to exert that one on the opponent's turn. And let's just continue to attack with our flyers, which is the whole idea. That way we're going to kill opponent, hopefully. So yeah, and for me personally, since I can't motivate myself into playing Magic Arena from now on until open beta is going to be released, and I don't want to stop playing it, because this is something that I promised to myself, like constantly be present in the game and learn and adapt to it. But again, it just becomes harder and harder with each freaking day, and and for me, I need to find something that will help me. Okay, we could love that. It's a shame. I guess it was a mistake. Opponent killed the wrong walker, or no, the right one. I don't see chains though. We have to see chains. Okay, let's exert that one now. Okay, starting to get lives. Oh, you gotta be kidding me with this. Yeah, we're not getting land. This is problematic. That means that we probably should use Cast Out right now, because hopefully we'll get land. Like cycling, I mean. Problemo. Oh, this is whatever. It's somewhat fine. I mean, we could put this one on Pride Severian or on our flyer next turn. That means that we probably wouldn't want to exert it. No, it's not enough to kill it either way. Yeah, let's just attack with Exert though. This is the only chance for us to... So yeah, and I decided to, in order to get rid of this frustration and confusion and whatever, and find an actual reason to play Magic, I decided to bring back the one thing that personally for me will help me to grow. Because again, I don't believe that if I'm going to continue to just play closed beta and then I'm going to lose everything, it's going to be beneficial, because for me it's going to be like a waste of time, because again, you have to understand that if you're going to invest time and efforts into something, you will get some rewards out of it, and right now the only reward that we're going to get is just having like good time playing the game. But for me it's not enough anymore. So it was enough at the beginning, but at this particular stage it's not enough anymore, and I need to find deeper meanings why I'm going to continue to play it. And since there's no reasons left, so again, I can't implement anything new to make streams better. I can't create new decks, because each deck is going to be created based on a pretty extended collection, especially considering the fact that they almost give us like half of the set like of Kaladesh block, which is pretty crazy. It's cool, like don't get me wrong, it's awesome, but it creates a lot of problems when it comes down to the collection. I mean, now your collection is pretty good, it's pretty extended, and you can create pretty strong decks, which is a problem. Okay, opponent will kill Walking Ballista to destroy our only flyer. It's problematic, but still fine. So how many creatures we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Opponent has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, 4. Oh, I guess this is a mistake. Unless opponent is going to... Oh, okay, this is a mistake. Oh yeah, that's not a mistake. But still, opponent doesn't have enough to block. Especially if we're going to find a way to steal something with Excellence Binding. Then we're just going to attack with everyone. Something that we need to think about. Okay, if an effect would produce a token. Okay, we definitely need to think about this situation. So we have to deal only 2 damage right now to the opponent. Opponent doesn't have any lifelink things. Nowhere. Pay, put +1 counter on Ballista and gains hexproof. Okay, this is a problem. We definitely can't target Ballista because Bursting Hydra opponent is just going to protect it. So I guess we could steal that one. Yeah, we're definitely going to steal 4/4 and then attack with every creature. This is the only chance that we have at this point. So now opponent has 3 blockers, we have 6 attackers. Oh, you gotta be kidding me with this. Opponent had mana to do that? Okay, that was... What's the point? Oh, hexproof. Okay, that was pretty cool. I mean... But it's still enough to kill the opponent. We're just going to attack with everyone. And we're going to deal exactly 2 damage. No matter what opponent will do though. 3... Yeah, I guess that's it. Good. So yeah, and the only way for me at this point to stay kind of motivated and continue to play Magic Arena, it's something outside of Magic Arena, because again, I can't implement anything new right now into current streams because it's just not going to be enough. It's not going to be enough to stay motivated, because again, for me right now, I'm going to motivate myself from the standpoint of perspective. If I'm not seeing perspective right now in playing, it's pretty hard for me to motivate myself, and I truly right now don't see any perspective besides just playing the game. And because of this, I decided to do the next thing to basically become unconfused. I decided that I'm not going to make my current decks better. I'm going to play decks in a current state. I will occasionally add certain cards, probably from Kaladesh, maybe a couple of them, but I'm not going to completely rebuild them from the ground zero, because it's not going to be beneficial. Again, I want to be able to, once Open Beta is going to be released, to rebuild all these decks with pretty small collection. And in order to do that, I don't want to make these decks super awesome right now, because it's just going to be harder to rebuild them. So the first thing that I decided to do in terms of like Magic Arena, I decided to just play. I mean, I'm not going to create any new decks. First thing, maybe I will create decks like for certain modes, like from Singleton we definitely will create one deck. Maybe like we will create some type of deck for... Just play that one. Yeah, so basically we're just going to create decks if they're going to be necessary. But besides that, we're not going to create any decks. We're just going to play with these decks and kind of perfect them. I mean, by perfecting them, I don't mean making them better by adding new cards, but instead like actually focusing on testing these decks in a full spectrum. Because before that, I'm not this. I don't believe that I tested decks before. Truly, I mean, okay, I have to freaking cycle. We need small creatures. We have enough lands, but we're not able to play any creatures, so this is a problem. So it's a good thing that we got an artifact. So it means that in next turn we'll be able to play Regal Caracal, which is pretty cool. Pipirim pipim. Again, sorry for my English today. I'm rambling. I don't know what I'm talking about in most cases, or at least I know what I'm talking about, but it's pretty hard for me to kind of get my point across in a structured way. If you understand me, it's fine. If not, sorry about that. So I can't do much about it. Oh damn! It would be awesome to play that one first and next turn Caracal. So let's just try to do that. Let's hope that the opponent doesn't have anything to counter that. Like searching for our hand and making us discard Caracal. Don't believe that it's possible with these two colors though. I believe this is a cat deck too, or something modified. I don't know. Oh, hello Caracal. Yeah, this is going to be an interesting match. Definitely. Okay, we're going to get a lot of tokens, which is pretty sick. That was sick. And let's just put... I don't know what to put in play though. Yeah, let's just put first strike on this one. I want to keep one creature in play because opponent might cast something massive and remove everything from play. This is actually perfecto. So yeah, and for me to stay motivated again, oh damn it, Severian Pride. Or Pride Severian. I need to implement something beside Magic Arena. So for me, in order to continue to play Magic Arena, it's not enough to like these things, like just playing, testing decks. It's not necessarily enough. Because again, I understand that all these decks are going to be leaded and it's going to be hard for me to recreate them from pretty small collection. Okay, I know what opponent is doing. No, we're going to keep cats in play. Let's just remove this. I don't know if there are spells that could give each creature a lot of things. I truly don't know. Probably wouldn't want to kill those, because opponent could bring them back. But I kind of have to though. Yeah, let's just go with this. Let's hope that opponent doesn't have anything. Okay, good. We're still kind of dominating. Okay, hello, a lot of tokens, which is pretty sick. 2 pouncers, damn. And once they will die, we'll be able to kind of okay, we can't attack. What this one does, lifelink, combat damage to a player, get 2 energy counters, and then put, okay, counters by paying. The opponent is going to have a lot of lands. But still we have a lot of creatures. So now everything revolves around proper attacks and proper defense and top of the library. And of course Severian Pride, it's a pretty bad thing. I mean, we need to kind of do something. We'll by the way, we'll start the attack with Pouncers starting from next turn with both. This is the only for us chance to win. Turn these guys into big ones. This is not not a good thing. But we're going to play it because it enters the battlefield tapped. So yeah, let's just attack with these two guys, and that's it. Hopefully opponent decides to kill them. Okay. We don't have that many removals, so it's not that big of a deal. Ah, this is bad. And we continue to get freaking lands. This is not a good thing. Okay, we're going to keep that one in hand to bluff. Oh, come on. I'm waiting for the opponent to kill those guys. Okay. This is weird. Yeah, we're going to bring back one of them. So it doesn't matter who to kill though. Okay, 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 5. Okay, they're not cheap. Damn, that was sick. Okay, we're going to keep that one for bluff. That's it. End of turn. Good. Opponent decided to give up. Because again, I guess we had a chance. More chance to win than opponent. Although opponent had Severian Pride, it's not enough to keep up with double tokens. Which is pretty cool. So yeah, and one of the reasons why I decided to stream 1 hour only, it's because... Wait a sec. Okay, I don't have that one. Counter on each creature you control. It was kicked 2. You gotta be kidding me, crazy. This is pretty cool skeleton. And we get another. This is the 3rd copy probably. This is the weirdest thing ever. That's okay, whatever. Continue. No, that was Barb. Continuing. Again, we're going to stick to one deck today. We have about like 20 minutes before the end of the session, and I kind of want to focus like on covering the things, and hopefully I will finish talking before we're going to end this freaking stream. So again, one of the reasons why I decided to stream only 1 hour today is since overall I'm going to stream 2 hours, and I'm going to bring back MTG streams, or MTG Study part of the streams when we're going to study sets. I want to spend 1 hour to study sets and the 2nd hour to actually play Magic Arena. I believe 1 hour is going to be more than enough for me to kind of have fun and doesn't feel like I'm wasting time. Because again, if you go into a additional hour and then additional hour and then additional hour, you're going to feel like you're wasting time playing. And especially when there's not going to be anyone to talk to, and just playing by myself, Magic, it's not necessarily something that I feel valuable in terms of like time spending. Even if I'm going to learn things, it's not enough. And because of this, I decided to implement or bring back my Magic study streams. Again, they're not entertaining, but at least that way I'm going to get a lot of benefits out of it. I mean, personally, I will get like a lot of positive elements out of it. I'm going to study sets, which I wanted to do for a long time. I will continue from probably... So I finished... Okay, we could cast that one. If opponent will use counter, we'll be able to internalize it later. So I stopped or I paused MTG sets study about a couple of months ago, and the last episode I did, we tried to finish casual sets, and I didn't manage to do that, unfortunately. And because I didn't manage to do this, it's going to be hard for me. Okay, this is definitely something that is going to enter first. don't believe that opponent. Yeah. And I guess let's just exert it. No, why exert? So it's no, let's just attack regularly. This ballista is just 1/1. So yeah, where were we? Yeah, today is pretty hard to keep track of my thoughts. They are all over the place, unfortunately. For some magical reason. Oh, damn. Bringing this one back, it's better at this point than anything else. Good. Regular attack. So yeah, and since I didn't manage to cover casual sets, I want to cover casual sets outside of the streams, and once I will finish covering casual sets outside of the streams, the only thing that I left to cover is, or are, yoo-hoo! Gave us a win. I actually don't remember. Conspiracy. Yes, I definitely stopped on Conspiracy on Commander. Yeah, Conspiracy and Commander in most cases. These are two things that I didn't covered. I did manage to cover those, unfortunately, because you need to spend a lot of time going through each card, and we have a lot of unique cards for each casual set. And again, the way that I'm studying these sets is I'm reading through the text, I'm interpreting rules in a different way and in a little bit more general way in order to kind of put them in my intellectual map as my personal understanding of this ability, and try to generalize it in order for then to apply it into something unique. Okay, this is actually pretty good. We don't have any green, which is not a good thing, but most cards in our hand are white, so why bother about green at this point? So yeah, and again, so this is the best decision that I could come up with until until Magic Arena is going to transition into an open beta stage. I definitely is going to stream Magic Magic Sets Studies. I don't know how to properly call them. Let's just call this as actual study. Again, I have a play study part, which the things that we're doing now, and I have a study part, the actual study part. The actual study part when I'm studying sets from beginning of times and all casual sets, and this is a play study part where again we're just playing and studying through the game. It's a little bit more kind of subconscious way of studying, not logical way, because we're just playing, we experiencing things, and by gaining those experiences we're learning subconsciously in order for then if we're going to find ourselves in a certain situation, we're going to intuitively know how to get out of this situation. This is kind of the idea of play studies for me personally. Something that's subconsciously basically the subconscious experience, which like practical experience, which will help me if I'm going to create my own games and then study not study them but play test them. Through play tests I will know intuitively what decisions I need to make in order to balance the mechanics of cards and whatever. So again, this is kind of the whole reason why, one of the main motivations why I still continue to play Magic Arena in a closed beta. But again, it's not enough because time is more precious than experience, especially right now personally for me at this stage of my life. And because of this, kind of I decided to add something that will give me that's worth time spent. Hopefully it's clear. And every hour or every minute that I'm going to spend on studying MTG sets through intellectual maps, it's 100% much more beneficial and time-worthy thing to do. So I'm not going to feel like I'm wasting time, which sometimes feel like it when I'm playing Magic Arena. Okay. It's actually a good thing, because we have about like 12 minutes till the end, and we definitely want to... Oh my god, we got ranked up, don't care. Okay, we got 5 wins, which is pretty cool. We get a card. I guess we already have this copy. It could be a good thing if we would manage to play 3 more matches to get with 15 wins. Don't believe that we will manage to do that. We could extend session a little bit to kind of hopefully finish that thing. And I don't believe that I will finish talking in 10 minutes about the things that I'm talking about. Yeah, today my English is pretty bad in terms of like expressing my thoughts. It's pretty weird. I guess I just not prepared for some reason. Okay, this is actually a pretty risky hand. If we're not going to get 3rd land and then 4th, we're dying. But at least it will make game a little bit fast. We'll be able to play Pouncer at some point. So yeah, and for me, one of the things that will definitely will make sure that every time that I'm going to spend on streaming Magic, it's not going to be a waste of time, is to implement MTG studies, like the study sets, because this is something that I actually wanted to do for a lot of years. Like once I discovered Magic for myself, like the first time that I discovered Magic, I wanted to go through all cards in all sets, know how they work, understand how they basically interact with each other, and etc. I wanted this from the beginning, and I didn't have time to do this. And right now, since I found a reason why to do this, because I want to create my own card games in the future, now I have motivation behind actually studying. And the only time that I'm able to... Okay, this is going to give us lifelink, which is perfect. Okay, let's try this. Okay, let's think. If we're going to attack right now, opponent will block with both of them. 2/2 is going to die. We're going to get 4 lives. Yeah, it's better if we're going to wait till next turn and then put another aura on it. So for now, let's just skip it. So the only hope that let's hope that opponent is not going to put anything in play, like creatures. Or if opponent will put creatures in play, it will cost the mighty, and there's just going to be 2 creatures. And hopefully the second creature is not going to be bigger than 3. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Or it's a removal, why not? Okay. Okay, this is something kind of predictable. The problem is now that we lost it completely. It's not a good thing. Let's just not do this. Let's just play that one first. We need to think where to put this one. Ideally, we need to put it on something that will give us lifelink. And again, unfortunately, we can't attack. It's just pointless. Yeah, continuing. So yeah, bringing back Magic sets studies, it's definitely, again, it's not something that it's super entertaining, but for me personally, it's a good way to kind of first create something fresh, because I doubt that there's that many streamers that doing like Magic study sets like I'm doing. And first, it kind of creates something unique and something interesting for a small variety of people, but still some people will find it interesting, especially those who we're going to exert that one, we might be able to play something with 4. Tap to target lands. No, we're not. We could do this only if we want to do something like this. Like 1, 2, pay 1, and now play this one. Here's the problem. This one already has first strike, but again, like, make this one bigger or put on this one, I don't know. Yeah, I guess we're going to lose that one. Yeah, so the way that I made myself unconfused is basically implementing this thing, getting back magic, set studies is the best idea that I could come up with at this point, because it will 100% motivate me to continue to play Magic Arena. It's going to make me play Magic Arena less, but at the same time, limited amount of time that I'm going to spend on streams and playing Magic is going to be spent on something that will truly help me in the future, like directly help me in the future, because then I'm going to use these intellectual maps that I made from these studies in order to create my own things, which is an awesome thing. Okay, we could kill 5/5 right now. Let's just like in combined effort, but let's just skip that one. Finally. Oh snap, Excellence Binding. So, what's you doing? You gain life equal to the greatest power among creatures you control with +2. This is bad. Oh, come on, yeah. We have to do something with her. This music is not appropriate for this situation. I'm staying in block for now. So yeah, and it's basically 100% is going to be much more beneficial, and it's going to be easier for me to accept the fact that I'm playing Magic. Like, okay, I'm going to I'm going to study Magic first. Usually, kind of, we'll go into this hard thinking mode, and then I'm going to relax by playing Magic, like experiencing it in a practice, which basically previous streams were kind of built the same way. I'm going to block. My hope that we'll be able to utilize Tendershoot Dryad next turn. We will, by the way. No, we're not. Even with this one, we're not. It's not giving us a land. It just allows us to play multiple spells. Interesting choice. You gotta be kidding me with this land. Ugh, whatever. Yeah, we're losing no matter what. And ideally this is our last match, but again, I will extend session a little bit because we have a lot of quests and I still didn't finish talking. Because I want to truly, so yeah, explain this thing. And again, what I'm doing right now is kind of similar to the inner dialogue that I'm usually going through. I'm kind of like talking to someone, but not necessarily talking to anyone. I mean, it's just like this inner dialogue that I talked about. It's truly an awesome thing. Yeah, we're not going to be able to block. There's Trample. Oh, actually, no, we're not, right. Since we had first strike, we actually could survive, I guess. If we would block properly. But what's the point? We would lose either way. Okay. Continuing. So yeah, I guess I should probably prepare myself before start talking about this, because my talk basically wasn't structured at all, so like, but I trying to structure it properly. So yeah, I'm getting there, so bear with me. So again, let's just review things. So I was frustrated because Magic, and confused because Magic is basically right now, Magic Arena especially, is in a state where I start to lose my I started to lose my motivation in pursuing, like, playing. And because of this, I decided, okay, I have to find a way to either find something new that I could implement into Magic, and I didn't find anything, because again, in order to do that, I want to make sure that everything that I'm going to put in the game from now on is going to be reinvested. And since it's not, because the only thing that I'm able to put in the game right now is time, and building collections and creating decks, and everything that I'm going to do, it's not going to be reinvested in any way. I'm going to lose everything. It's kind of frustrating, and because of this, I'm kind of lost this motivation of continuing to play. I would still play, but I would still felt like I'm wasting time. And for me, the main thing is to, like, the time is the most precious thing in the world. Usually, if you truly think about that, this is the time is precious. And since time is the most precious thing, I need to clearly kind of, and almost everything that I'm doing is always kind of, I'm thinking it through this time prism, whatever. Like I'm asking myself, does this thing worth it? Time spent, time that I'm going to spend on it. If not, then I have to find something different, like something a little bit more valuable that I will be able to spend my time on and not feel like I wasted my time. And for me personally, this is the most important thing. And because of this, nowadays, like, the current state of Magic Arena basically doesn't allow me to do that. Okay, this is pretty bad. Funny thing is that we're not going to be able to kill those guys. I'm gonna have to block now. Yeah, we have to block because we're going to bring this back next turn. We're still able to kind of attack opponent. Hopefully we'll kill opponent faster than opponent will kill us. I doubt that though, but still. Okay, that's pretty cool. So yeah, and I found a pretty reasonable way to motivate myself by bringing back MTG, the actual MTG studies. Not the play studies when we're playing the game, but the actual studies. And this is a pretty good thing, again, personally for me, because I believe that it definitely will help me to kind of bring back this motivation and continue to play, because again, I still want to play Magic, but I don't want to spend too much time on it. And if I will have something that seems valuable to spend time on, and something that I just could use as a relaxation, then I'm creating this balance. Like, okay, good, I'm able to study Magic, that worth time spending, because it's beneficial in the future. What the heck was that? It enters tapped and then attacks untapped. What? I guess that was a glitch. We're going to block only this. It's actually a good thing. I mean, we actually have a chance. I'm not going to be able to play Guts for Own Gift. I guess putting this one in play could be a better idea, because then we will start attack with it. We could start attack with it. But the problem is, opponent could kill us the next turn if we don't have anything to block with. And that's where the priest is better. Yeah. So right now I will attack with this guy, force opponent to kill it. One creature is going to die, probably for 3. Oh, I'm actually going to be able to pay both. Good. I'll just attack opponent, because I don't believe that opponent will block if I'm going to attack Nisa. So good. Opponent definitely will block with 4/3. Walker. Or not. Opponent might choose not to, because opponent, oh, okay, I'm going to kill you next turn. Like, buff them, put trample on them, and kill. Okay, we have 3 blockers. Okay, we have 2 blockers. I wouldn't want to use Ghost Walkers, because I would attack with both of them next turn by exerting them. It would be awesome if we actually would be able to put Guts for Own Gift next turn. Not next turn, we're not going to be. Yeah, no, we actually might. If we're going to get 7th land, putting it at play, we'll start to produce zombies, we'll start to bring back things from the graveyard, which is awesome. Something that could turn things around, definitely. Let's just check the sound. Okay, this is an interesting cat. Cat monkey. Enters the battlefield with 2/2 counters on it at the beginning of your upkeep. You may move any number of +1/+1 counters from this one on another creature. Okay, interesting. Okay, we're definitely going to block this stupid land, and we could actually skip the rest, because we want to block 7/7 next time. We have more than enough lives. We could block that one to not give opponents this thing with energy counters. Oh, come on. Yeah, we're losing. No matter what. Why we can't steal the land though? Oh, because it's the land. No land creature. Okay. The decision... I don't know what decision to make though. Still Nisa. She's pretty bad. But stealing creatures could be much smarter choice, but whatever. We're actually going to lose next turn. So let's hope not though. Keeping 1 blocker to block 7/7. So we're going to deal 6 damage, which is pretty cool. So now opponent will put counters on something. Oh, this land is now... Yeah, because it disappeared. Pretty cool. So yeah, we actually will survive. So we will block the biggest creature. Probably we're going to block this one, because opponent will put additional counters on him. And we're going to block the rest, unless opponent is going to cast some type of buff. Oh snap. Oh, this is bad. Oh, this is bad. Please, we have so much potential to win right now. Like, truly, next turn we're winning. No, we're not. Is this a glitch? I mean, this one has a chain, this one not. Although this one has to have a chain. I guess this is a glitch. Okay, of course we're going to block that. And skip the rest, and it's enough to survive. Oh no, it's not enough to survive. Why? Okay, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Oh, yeah. That's a shame. we were close. We actually had a chance to win. Claim prizes. Yeah, apparently I have to do this 50 things later. And again, it's not that big of a deal. Again, I don't even have motivation to go through these quests right now because again, there's no point. Each booster that I'm opening, it's not beneficial for me in the long run. It's actually going to be painful for them to rebuild these decks from the get-go when you will get to the open beta stage. And the problem is we don't know when open beta is going to actually be released, or at least I'm not aware of it yet. Maybe they talked about like the approximate date. Maybe some people are kind of speculating where open beta could be released, because again, they could release open beta whatever they want, and the question is, the decision, okay, let's put that one first, to release open beta is going to depend solely on definitely not on Magic developers. Probably should keep it on block. Yep, that was a mistake attacking. This one's going to deal 2 damage. So again, we don't know where when open beta is going to be released, so this period, like the unknown, one thing that basically kills a bit. Okay, put a first strike on that one with visual, and it's better than lifelink. It already has lifelink. Well, and let's just keep it in play, because these two guys are now potentially not going to attack. Unless the opponent is going to put a freaking Legion, and then each of those vampires will become 3 in attack. So yeah, this is kind of it. And personally for me, I have too many forgot the word. Too many parts of an equation that against me playing, because again, we don't know where the closed beta is going to be finished, and open beta will basically be out. We don't know what state open beta is going to be in, so another problem. We know that there's a wipe, and everything that we're going to collect is going to be deleted, basically wiped. So that means that we're going to start from 0. It means that whatever time we decide to invest in the game needs to be motivated by something besides just having a good time playing it, because again, for me it's not enough. I want to make sure that the time that I'm going to spend is not going to be spent senselessly. Okay, we could attack with that one. I guess opponent will block with 2/2. Okay, good. Gain some life. So yeah, and again, and a bunch of different small reasons behind this. Again, that basically build on top of each other, on top of another, like one on top of another. Such as the fact that we are going to lose all our collection, we're going to lose all the current condition of our decks, state of our decks, which is again a super mega problematic thing. Okay, we could do this, and we could even do this. Although opponent probably is just going to kill Martyr on it, so no. Okay. So again, there's too many parts of an equation that go against continuing to play in closed beta at this particular point. Because again, at the beginning, it's awesome. You're having fun playing it, you have motivation to play it because you want to explore things. But at some point, after a couple of months, the more you play, the more you realize that where's the future? I mean, we have none in a closed beta, and if you don't want to, and if you value your time, you will start to think how to do things better or different, and find a different type of motivation. And because of this, I guess I became confused, and now I found the way out of this confusion. Okay, this is actually a pretty good thing that we were able to play it, but so what? Now opponent has flying creature that opponent will attack with each turn. And don't forget that opponent might have something that could exile our Planeswalker, or that. Excellence Binding. Noise. So yeah, and again, and if we're going to compare the parts against playing and for playing, we're getting more minuses than the negatives than positives, unfortunately. And this is something that unfortunately you just can't control, which is kind of a problematic, because everything basically depends on the future state of the game, how game is going to progress, when they decide to release open beta, what state this beta is going to be in, and etc. So we don't know where it's going to be released. So again, there's too much negatives, and at some point you will understand, okay, I need to find a different type of motivation outside of the game. And I found it, I actually not necessarily found it, I had it before, but I didn't necessarily thought about it, because once Magic Arena was out, I decided to spend to put all of my time into playing Magic Arena, and I stopped studying Magic sets. But now, of course, I'm in a state. This is probably not a best decision though, but I'm still going to make it. Okay, 4. This is pretty bad. Yeah, we're losing. We're not going to be able to utilize that. Okay, by the way, what are the conditions for that? I completely forgetting about it. So, whenever a non-token creature you control dies, you gain 1 life. Okay, so, and sacrifice this one, but only if you have 6 or more creature cards in your graveyard. Of course, we don't have. Yeah, we have 0, which is a problem. Ah, damn it. Okay, let's attack with this one. Let's hope that opponent is going to kill all of his small creatures on this one. 1 and 3, 2, those. It's fine. We're going to draw a card. And we're going to discard that card. Oh, that's how it could work. So, if each card that we're going to draw and discard, if it's going to be a creature, we will be able to make this one faster. But we don't have time to do that though. We just don't freaking have time to do that. Yes. Good. More creatures go into the graveyard, the better for us. We can think about keeping that one. No. How many creatures we need there? 6. How many we have? Only 4. No, we're not going to cast that one yet. We'll just put a land and skip. We're fine in terms of life. I guess we have a chance to utilize Gate. Never utilized it, by the way. So, if I will, it's going to be a first time. Yeah, not blocking yet. Opponent might have something that could make all vampires bigger, so... Okay, this is pretty bad. We're not getting any freaking creatures. This is not a good thing. So now it all depends on luck. Maybe now opponent decides to attack with all of the creatures. Oh, bad. So yeah, and I decided to basically resume, or yeah, before that I put on pause. Yeah, opponent unfortunately missed. Oh, this is good. Of course we're going to play it as defense, and then if opponent is going to kill it somehow, we're going to get additional thing for that. Pretty cool. And also starting from next turn we could basically steal opponent's creatures, which is a good thing. So I doubt that opponent will attack with flyers. If you want to attack with this one, you have to attack with one of the vampires with lifelink, because the only way to bring him back is to get life. So yeah, and I actually, okay, that was a mistake. But maybe opponent kind of has a plan how to kill 3-1. Okay, no plan there. So we might actually have a chance though, which is pretty cool. Yeah, we're going to exert it next turn, on our turn. Hopefully we will be able to do that though. This is actually better not exert it, but just stay in block. Oh, okay. Yeah, right now it's... Yeah. How many creatures we have there? 1, 2, basically 4. Again, we need 5. We need 6. Oh, this is perfect. Oh no, it's not. Not all of our creatures will die, unfortunately, which is problematic. Okay. Block. So we'll block this, we will block this, and that's it. And we're going to steal 3-2 flying. No. We're going to block this, and we're going to steal 3-3 with lifelink. Yep. 2 blockers. Then exert. Another creature, return the card into the battlefield. No. And steal this one. Good. It will be back, but... Yep. Let's hope it's going to be a creature. Oh. Finally! We're doing this. The first time ever. Library. Hello there. Damn! So now how it works. At the beginning of combat on your turn you may exile a creature card from your graveyard. If you do, create a non-token that's a copy of 4/4 group. Oh, crazy. So that means that we could cast anything that we want. No, it might not be a good idea. So let's see how it works. From a graveyard, from your graveyard, so only our graveyard. So that means whatever. Okay, the first thing that we're going to bring back is definitely going to be Sunmare. Or better, to bring back Angel. Okay, we're going to think about that. So let's just think. Let's just bring back this one. We have Cat with lifelink, so it could. And we're going to create another one with 5/5. Good. So we're not attacking. We got life. End of turn. So hello, forces. So good. At least now we have a chance with Godfarm's Gift. This is probably the first time that I'm actually utilizing it properly. I mean, not just putting it from the hand, but searching from library. Oh, damn it. Okay, desert. What it does though? And its activated abilities can be activated. It's not an activated ability though, it's triggered ability, so hopefully it's going to work. We're actually going to check this by blocking one of these creatures. The one that we're going to block with Priest. Oh, this is bad. We're going to block with Priest and with Cat, one of the 2/2 guys. Let's hope that opponent will attack with those guys. If not, then we're going to do this, and again, we need to gain life because I want to check if we actually. Yeah, let's just not then block with the hearse, of course. Opponent will just decide to deal damage to. Yeah, let's just do this. I kind of want to know if we're actually going to. Yep, good. So it's a passive trigger. So what else are we going to bring back? I guess Prouds? No, something with flying. And the cool thing is, with haste completely or only till the end of the turn? Yeah, until the end of the turn. That means that we should exile right now. Exert, steal for 4. Yeah! Opponent gave up. That was pretty cool. So yeah, again, I guess this is the only thing that I wanted to say. So in the last 5 minutes of remaining time, and probably we could play another match, I will just sum up things. Actually get through everything. Why didn't get... Oh, we got 50 gold, perhaps, for this. Now let's just go with the last match and finish talking about transition. So that means, since I made this decision, from now on we're going to stream only... No, we'll continue to stream 2 hours. First hour of streaming is going to be a MTG sets study, when we're going to basically study sets. And we will start from alpha, beta, whatever. So the first set ever released in Magic. This is going to be our first set that we're going to start with. But before that, again, as I said before, I need to separately from streams finish studying casual sets, because there's a lot of things in casual sets that I need to go through, and we're not going to have enough time to do this during the stream, because we're going to have only 1 hour, and 1 hour is just not enough to go through the casual sets. And for me, it's better if I will start fresh when it comes down to studying Magic. And for me, casual sets are the hardest to study, because there's a lot of unique things that are specifically made for the set, and because of this, it just makes studying sets super hard. And because of this, I don't know where I'm actually going to begin that. So if I'm going to be able to cover casual sets in a couple of days, maybe next starting from 105 episode, maybe we will begin a new season, or we will continue this season. I still don't know. I still need to figure this out in terms of the season part. It's not that super mega important, but at the same time, it kind of is, because whatever I'm going to choose to name as a season, it would be awesome, for instance, to change it to fourth season, then stream Magic, close beta, and play study and actual studies of the set, and then once open beta is going to be released, switch to the 5th season, which is going to consist... No, we're not going to cast it yet. Which is going to consist, in most cases, the open beta, which is again it's the beginning of the season, and we will continue to study sets until we're going to study them. But again, since we don't know when open beta is going to be released, it's highly likely that I'm going to finish studying all Magic sets before open beta is going to be released. So this is something that I don't know. So because of this, I guess, yeah. So in terms of the date when this new set, or the thing with the streams, is going to begin, I don't know. And because of this, I'm going to start to stream Magic arena only 1 hour from now on, because I want to kind of get used to do things throughout the hour and make sure that I'm going to get the highest possible experience out of this 1 hour that we're usually going to have. And it's definitely going to be a hard one to work with, like to go through a actual study in an hour, because we're going to have a lot of cards, we're going to read through all of these cards, and some mechanics are going to be hard to come up with when it comes down to the unique way of depicting those. Okay, let's just put this one first, because opponent might have another removal, and if I'm going to put the Pride Severian, opponent is just going to remove it right away. I want to put Pride Severian in play at the same time when I'm going to put Sacred Cats back from Embalm. Kind of the idea. So yeah, so because of this, I don't know when exactly we're going to start. Either it's going to be 105 episode, which is going to be next Tuesday, or it's going to be basically 110. So basically 110. So it's highly likely that it's going to be 110, because I doubt that I will cover the whole casual remaining sets outside of the streams. I just truly don't believe that that something is going to happen. Oh damn, this is good. So now we'll be able to get life back. And next turn we're going to put Severian Pride in play and Sacred Cat. Unless we're going to get a land, then we're going to put Tender Shoot Dryad. But again, I'm 100% sure that opponent has something like this there. Like another copy or whatever, so each of our creatures, or that. So our Devastation, goodbye all of creatures. Which is actually a good thing, because if we're going to lose them now, that means we still have a lot of creatures. So it means that opponent uses those things prematurely. It's pretty cool. For us. It's good. Okay, so that means that let's just do this, because logically and tactically it's better to put one creature and force opponent into utilizing big removal on that than to put something. Oh no, opponent could counter that or not. No. Opponent could remove that or bring back this thing into our hand. This is something that could be there. So yeah, and again, in most cases, this is the approximate time when I want to bring back those things, and then of course I will think how I'm going to represent that in terms of like the season part, like what type of season is going to be. Either we're going to finish 3rd season and begin 4th, and 4th season will continue until open beta is going to be released, and we will start with the 5th season when open beta, which is a pretty awesome number for the open beta. So again, this is something to figure out, but again, this is my problem. One thing that I want to make sure that before I'm going to get to this point where I'm going to implement full 2-hour streams, where we're going to stream 1 hour, the first hour is always going to be a study part, and the second part we're going to play Magic Arena through the play study. And to make sure that it's going to be possible, I guess, I want to, from now on, I might stream only 1 hour instead of 2, because that way I'm not going to continue to feel frustrated, like I'm wasting time. Okay, target instant card from your graveyard. Return target sorcery card from your graveyard to your hand. Goodbye, Tender Shoot Dryad. It's pretty bad. This is the reason why I'm keeping Pride Severian and Angel of Condemnation in my hand, because I want for the opponent to lose all freaking removals. They are just super annoying. I'm not going to put anything else. I will force opponent to use all removal on these freaking tokens. I even put this one. And I'm not going to put Pride Severian because opponent will return sorcery card from the graveyard next, which is going to be either that or that. So putting Pride Severian, it's not a wise decision. No, opponent has another one. Yeah, probably another Magma Spray. Or something that will return it. Oh, nothing. Good. So yeah, and because of this, again, either we are going to start to implement this scheme with 1 hour of actual study, and the second hour is going to be a play study from 105 episode or 110 episode, 10th episode. So somewhere in those frames. Good. Good, 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 good. Nothing good though, but still. We still have a chance. I hope that the opponent at some point just basically, until end of turn, whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, copy it, you may choose new targets for it. That means that we're possibly not going to play anything next turn. There's a high chance of that we're just going to skip it. Because I don't believe that there's a point of playing anything at this point. It's just kind of... unless that. We're going to steal this. Reason behind this, because I don't want to let opponents... But again, opponent could have a counter spell. We could steal this, but it's just going to work 1 turn. And I don't believe that opponent... This one... How many charge counters? 4. Again, it's pretty close. Yeah. I kind of want to steal Amulet. Seems better idea. No? I'm not going to steal anything. Apparently. Okay. Cool. And by the way, that's it. We can't do anything at this point. I mean... Let's hope that opponent doesn't have any direct spells that could deal damage to us, because if opponent actually has those, oh, it's going to be painful. I mean, opponent could triple copy 1 spell. Copy with this one, copy with this one, and deal, for instance, 6 damage twice. Or 10 damage twice. It's just going to be painful. 30 lives and we're done. So Fight with Fire at this point could be the best situation ever. If opponent actually has Fight with Fire, we're done. Opponent will pay this one, it's going to copy that spell. Opponent has more than enough lands to do that. Okay. No Fight with Fire. But can you imagine how awesome it would be if opponent actually had Fight with Fire? Okay, opponent returned a freaking counter spell. This is not a good idea because that means that we're not able to cast anything. We're kinda stuck. Whatever. So yeah. Because of this, again, from now on I'm going to stream a little bit less than 2 hours, even less than 2 hours, because again, it's pretty weird. Since I started to feel this confusion and frustration about Magic Arena, and I basically burned out a little bit, I started to increase my stream, or decrease the hours for my streams. Usually I want to stream Magic for 4 hours, or at least I started with 4 hours. But nowadays I'm just not able to stream 4 hours because it seems like so much waste of time. And even if I would stream 4 hours as I streamed previously for Magic duels and actual studies, 2 hours of actual studies and 2 hours of Magic duels, it's still too much. Okay, opponent will do that, seriously? It's super frustrating. I mean, we're definitely going to lose. No matter how long we're going to keep those cards in play, opponent still has too much of an advantage. whatever creature we're going to put in play, opponent is going to wipe it from the board. Whatever type of spell that we will try to play, opponent is just going to... Okay, opponent is just going to repeat this freaking combination until he dies. Yeah. That's pointless, let's just... We could put that one in play though. Kinda wanna see what opponent will do with it. Of course, counter it. Oh, decides not to. That means that opponent might use a Massive Destroyer on it. If not, we're just going to attack with it. Don't forget that opponent might use a Returner on it, which definitely could be a good idea. But I believe opponent will use Returner to multiply the combination. Oh, good. Okay, it's good. Kick, drew a card. Ideally, we have to kind of finish this match because we're already past, like, we're almost 2 hours in streaming. But again, it's important to talk about this thing, and because of this, it's better to extend the session. And occasionally, I might extend sessions if I feel like it, like if I'm not feeling like I'm wasting time, especially when I'm going through this inner dialogue or there's someone to talk to and to talk with. So in those cases, of course, I will extend streams. But if these things are not going to happen, I'm not going to extend them, and they're actually going to go in 1 hour. One thing that I could extend though is the study part of the stream. I mean, we could actually study 2 hours and then 1 hour of playing. But again, this is not something that I'm 100% sure about, so we'll see. And one of the reasons why I want to start fresh, I mean, because again, we're going to have only 1 hour, and as I said previously, it's pretty hard to study casual sets because they are specific, there's a lot of unique things to them, and it's just much harder to play those, so freaking screw it. I don't know how long I could repeat this process. This game is just endless. I mean, opponents are just going to repeat this process and repeat it, and it's so freaking frustrating. And I almost finished talking though, so we could end it if this match is going to actually become super infinite. God, you gotta be kidding me with this. This is the most annoying combination ever. But let's give opponent the, I don't know, the luxury of having fun playing this. So opponent still has a Returner. I doubt that opponent has counters, so we could risk that one. And if it's going to be countered, I'm going to quit. Yeah, I guess that's kind of it. It kind of sums up everything that I wanted to talk about. Again, didn't finish. One of the reasons why, again, I want to start fresh because again, casual sets are pretty hard to study. There's a lot of information there that's pretty unique and kind of not necessarily applicable to the basic Magic rules, and because of this there's just much more time need to be spent to figure out how these abilities could be generalized into a not specific mechanics, but again general mechanics that could be potentially used in a different way. Because we're not just like, I'm not like, when I'm studying Magic sets, I'm not just ripping off these abilities and putting them into an actual map. Some of them are that way, but again, I'm not going to use them in this certain way. I'm going to use them as an inspiration to create something unique, and this is the way that I am going to use those things. And because of this, I can't just read a card or copy the card text, paste it into an actual map box, and that's it, and call it a day. No, it's not going to work. You can see, just pointless. So yeah, and I guess this is kind of sums up things, and because of this, again, since I don't know how much time I'm going to spend on actually playing, going through study casual sets, because casual sets are pretty hard to study overall. Because I don't know how much time I'm going to spend on that. I don't know for how long we're going to go like this, like 1 hour of play study with Magic Arena only. Because again, I'm not going to change things in the description. I'm still going to keep the description like we play in 2 hours, because in most cases I will probably extend sessions, but still will try to keep them under an hour and wrap up after an hour. It's somewhere like there. Because again, don't see any motivation to continue to play right now more than an hour, because again, I already talked about it, not going to touch upon it anymore. Repeated myself multiple times throughout the stream. Yeah, so that's kind of it, I guess. Again, season 4 probably coming, and once season 4 will kick off, we will bring back Magic studies, the sets studies. So that means that we're going to study sets, we're going to go through the library of cards, we're going to read each card, we're going to put interesting information from all of those cards into our already pretty big intellectual map, because nowadays the current intellectual map is super big. I mean, it's huge, it's super huge, and it's going to be a hard thing to get back to it, because I kind of forget a lot of things from it, because didn't open it for a couple of months already. Kind of memory a little bit faded away, what we have, what we don't have in terms of like mechanics, and it's going to be hard to get back to it. Because of this, I want to get back to it outside of the streams. Maybe I will present it in a separate recording, might be the case, but I doubt that, because it's just going to take more time if I'm going to do that. It's going to be much faster if I'm going to, for instance, spend 5 minutes spent on this, then take a break, like day, whatever, then spend 40 minutes or so, and then that way I will finish it the proper way. But if I will try to go and make it like 4-hour session on one recording, I doubt that it's going to be beneficial. So because of this, I guess I will finish casual streams outside of the streams. Again, the last episode for casual streams was 70th, yeah, 70th, well, the number 70, whatever. So yeah, I guess that's it. Again, we're going to be back in a 4th season with new thing. For those who saw previous episodes before season 3, before Magic Arena, I guess you're already familiar with it. If not, you're going to see something new hopefully, and interesting. But again, it's pretty boring usually when I'm just going through the study of each card. It's not for everyone, I guess. But again, for some people it could be interesting, and it's personally beneficial for me in long term, because again, I want to create my own things in the future, and studying Magic that way, it's definitely the more beneficial way than just playing it. And again, I'm not going to repeat myself. I already talked about a lot of things throughout the stream. Let's just finish on that. Yeah, that's kind of it. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being here. Have a nice day or night, and we'll see you in the next session. Bye. Let's hope that Tony is live. Tony is live. Bye.